with the summer enrollees, the summer athletes, the summer guys coming in during the latter portion of this month to start summer one classes leading into the month of June. I think it's interesting here, John, that we can discuss the summer guys that fans need to have their eyes on, to look at, to watch, to highlight, things of that nature, especially the transfers coming in here in the summer as well. So we got 5 guys here that we are highlighting to keep your eyes on here coming in the summer, and those 5 guys are as follows. You look at Tyler Steen on the offensive line, Tyler Harrell, the speedster at wide receiver, Earl Little Jr., defensive back, Amari Black at tight end. And though I wanted to put Isaiah Bond here, speed demon receiver from Buford High School in Georgia, I'm going to go with Elijah Pritchett, another offensive lineman. I'm going to explain my point here in just a moment. But first and foremost here, Tyler Steen, the reason you have to watch him, Alabama is banking on him as a starter here on this offensive line. Whether it's at right tackle, whether it's at left tackle, they want to see Steen work here and kind of fix a lot of the problems there that happened on the offensive unit a season ago. Steen at 6'3", 315 pounds, coming over from Vanderbilt. He played in 33 games as an offensive lineman, 45 games overall in his career, but 33 of those as an offensive lineman. He made 21 starts at that left tackle position, 12 starts at right tackles. He's experienced at both spots, a little bit more so left tackle than right tackle, but the Crimson Tide banking on him to come in here, anchor a spot, a starting spot on an offensive line, and get this group trending toward being a Joe Moore Award group, or at the very least, decrease the number of sacks that Bryce Young had a season ago, and to have that run game being more consistent. Both of those things are things that Coach Saban wants to have happen. But number 1 there, Tyler Steen. Number 2, Tyler Harrell, for the simple reason of an explosive receiver. After you graduate Jameson Williams off to the NFL, he's now at the Detroit Lions at number 12 overall in this recent draft. And when you look at Harrell, at 6 feet and 175 pounds here, here's a guy that can separate from the best of DBs, the best of corners, the best of safeties, despite him being in a run-heavy offense at Louisville. Harrell still averaged nearly 30 yards a catch at 29.1. Caught 18 passes, 523 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So we're talking massive production here, and a guy that's going to be able to get that chemistry, that camaraderie, that bond there with Bryce Young, the moment where both of these two guys are on campus and you're going through 7-on-7 drills and you're going through summer workouts and you're going through different things with your teammates. So Tyler Harrell, the number 2 guy, that speedster, that guy that can create, that can run all the routes on the route tree, instant offense. I've mentioned this before. This is where college football has come to. As fun as it is to have those 10, 12, 15 play drives that eat the clock and that demoralize the opposing defense, college football is now becoming, hey, can we get a 5-yard pass? Beep, take it to the house, 95-yard touchdown. Can we take a 10-yard slant? Beep, 90 yards to the house, touchdown. And that's something that Tyler Harrell provides. So he's number 2 that you got to keep your eyes on. Number 3, we're going to flip to defense. This is where we pick up Earl Little Jr. I'm just intrigued the more I watch the high school tape of him as a defensive back. And what he does on field may not wow you, but he's just so savvy, so technique sound, so fundamentally driven. He makes the right play, the sound play, the technique play on film at the right time and at the right moment. And coming from Patrick Surtain Sr., who NFL legend, played for the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs, with him being at that point in time the coach of American Heritage High School in Florida, having that type of coaching and coming from that type of program, it's going to be intriguing to see how quickly does Little grasp the Alabama system. if he takes to it extremely fast and extremely well, and Coach Saban's like, okay, we got to have a package or a couple of packages here for this young man, watch out for that, because coming from a guy in Surtain that played in the NFL, and he's coaching these guys as if they're going to the NFL or preparing them for the next level, definitely keep your eyes there on Earl Little Jr. The next guy here, we're going to go to the tight end room. We pick up Amari Nablack. And Nablack is somebody of whom at 6'2", 6'3", 220-plus pounds, a guy that fits that tight end receiver hybrid type of role, if you will. He can be on the end line as a tight end, but you can stretch him out in the slot as a receiver. You can stretch him out wide as a receiver. He's got the big body, but he's got the routes. He's got the hands. He's got the speed on him as well. And after having Jaleel Billingsley go to the portal and ultimately end up at Texas, Alabama fans, you want to see who becomes that replacement in terms of a pass-catching weapon tight end that you could put with Cam too. Now, Miles Kitselman is a dog of a run-blocking, pass-blocking tight end. He's going to give you that physicality coming over from the JUCO ranks, and you love that physicality. And he can grow into being a pass-catching tight end. We had him on the show last week. It's one of the areas that he wants to be better at and improve upon. But when you look at the Black, who comes over as already being sort of developed here as a pass-catching tight end, as an explosive playmaking weapon there in the passing game, that's another guy to keep your eyes on coming in here in the summer. And so last but not least, as we reflect back to the offensive line, Elijah Pritchett for me. I mean, this is a towering man at 6'7", 6'8" here, and a guy that's going to have a chance to possibly steal some reps there up front on the line. With Dane Shore in the transfer portal and it cited, mental illness, for him, mental health for him. So definitely thoughts to Dane Shore and him being able to, fight and battle and get himself and that strong mental state, mental health there for him. But when you look at now Elijah Pritchett and Tyler Booker, it's going to be fun to see which one of these two takes reps, which one of these two steals reps from other players to put themselves in a chance to where they can either be a starter or they could be a marquee contributor. So definitely Elijah Pritchett here, wanting to look at him, especially in the upcoming summer here. But those are just my 5 guys I would be looking at here in the summer to keep your eyes on.